They're actually widening, well, flattening the road here in the province. How nice is that? And that's the steamroller getting ready to go. Absolutely fantastic. And it looks like this guy's come to level the road. Absolutely fantastic. How nice is that? Wow! The whole house is wow! The whole house is actually shaking. Wow! Here it comes! Wow! Absolutely spectacular! Morning. Well, like I said, they've been widening the road, and with a steamroller and a JCB, I think. So they've done a good job, absolutely beautiful job, because this road, guys, actually it gets it was full of big holes. I mean, look at damage. That's what they can do to an hard pebble. It can just crush. And actually, when they were passing the house, oh, the house was shaking. So they've done a great job. Absolutely lovely. Like I said, it was full of holes, big holes, where the big sugarcane lorries, just wear and tear. You know, big lorries. But what they did last week is they came and they filled it with this stuff. They filled the big holes with this stuff. But now, by the looks of it, they're setting off. I mean, it's lovely and wide. And when it rains, it actually gets very slippy. So, when we go back that way, we'll see what it's like for a bike. Because, like I said, it's a really pebbly road. So it's like a really pebbly road, you know. And like I said, it's like it gets very slippy. But they've done a good job. Oh, look at these big pebbles, absolutely beautiful. I like my big pebbles. So that's what they've been doing here, look. Done a good job, absolutely fantastic. So, if you look down that road there, that actually turns, well, it goes a few turns. But if you turn left, there's quite some nice big properties down that way, and you know, you've got some really nice four-wheel drives. But by the looks of this, they've actually widened it nicely. So they've actually widened it nicely. They've done a good job. So how nice is that? Well, I've got a bit of the flow, not a bit of the flow, quite a lot of the flow. So that's it, guys. Absolutely fantastic. They've widened the road. Now, when I go to MURCIA, this is where we are actually. We're in Cansilyan. We're at least a kilometre off the main road in Cansilyan. We're in the province. So we're in the province, and like I said, they've done a good job of widening this road. I mean, like I said, it gets really, it's like a skating ring when it rains. It's all sludgy and muddy, and you've got big pebbles. And like I said, oh, I'm actually glad I fixed that up actually. But that's a nice pebble there. Absolutely lovely. So, I'm actually glad I said Cakes 250. Thanks for the comment. No, my bike is a 12 brake horsepower bike. It's not a racing bike. Cakes 250 racing bike. My bike will not keep with a Cakes 250. You've got a 60 horsepower brake horsepower. You've got a 60 brake horsepower. KX 250. It's a racing bike. But now if that bike is geared for 60-70 kilometers an hour, I'm gonna have a little bit more top end than what you're gonna have on a road. So it's not really made for a road. You need longer ratios, gears. You need an enduro. You'd have to gear that bike for a road, and then you're just going to lose all that massive power. Well, you won't lose all that massive power, but KX250, no matter 12 brake horsepower bike, will not beat it. But it will actually beat it on a straight. Yeah, you'll fly past me and then you'll just run out, because you'll be at 60 kilometers, 70 kilometers an hour, and I'll just go past you doing about 100 kilometers an hour. Because that bike actually, it's a 12 brake horsepower bike, but well, let me just turn the camera, but that's what I want to have a look at next. I'll show you. Yeah, I've had all the motocross bikes, so I know what I'm talking about. I've had did motocross 5-10 years. Right guys, like I said, I've got flu, so I feel battered. And I mean battered. Right, I've had to turn it round because there's kids playing all over the road. So, that's it. My bike's just not going to live. It won't live with a KX250. It won't live with a KX80 or an 100, and it definitely won't live with a 125 because it's a very, very slow 12 brake horsepower bike. I'm going to show you some of these rocks actually. The pebbles. And that thing, when it vibrates, it crushes rocks. I mean, some of these pebbles, guys, they're really, really rock hard. You know, they're really heavy duty pebbles. So no, a 12 brake horsepower bike will not live. No chance. Got no chance. But yeah, on a straight it'll beat you, because I can put a CDI. I can put a CDI in a 12 brake horsepower bike, and then it goes up. Might go to 20 brake horsepower, but it's geared. That's difference. It's geared. Your bike's geared for a racetrack. Hello, my bike's geared for the road, but it's a very, very slow bike. So that's the difference. So, what do I think to this bike? Well, put it this way. I wish it were a KX. I wish it were a KLX 300. But it's a good bike. It's 12 brake horsepower. It's a nice bike. I left my keys in it last night again, and they're still there now. So that's what I did last night, because like I said, when you've got flu, you're not feeling good, are you? So, no KX. No, you've got everything on that KX. You've got race suspension. It's a racing bike. But this will be to KX 250 on a straight line down a straight road. Because I've had over, this bike actually stock, it does over 100 kilometers an hour. And like I said, a KX, you know, a KX 250, I've had about three KX 250s, and they're very, very powerful. So you have to be a professional really, guys, you know, for you to get on a KX 250 and really hammer that bike round a racetrack. It's a pro's bike, it's a professional's bike. You know, they're a real big handful. They are a big handful. I prefer a 125. Reason is because they're more fun and you can get away with a lot on them. So I prefer a motocross 125. But if I got the money, I wouldn't have bought this. I wouldn't have bought this XTZ 125. But like I said, it's a great bike. It's a great little bike. I can go anywhere in the Philippines. It gets me everywhere. Freedom. So that's it. I mean, at the end of the day, this This bike gets me everywhere. But if I'd have got the money, I would have actually gone and bought a KLX. A KLX 300. Why? Because it's got good suspension. It's not race suspension, but it's got very good suspension off-road. It's entry level, competition level. So I would have actually bought a KLX 300, but I didn't have the money. And to buy some motorbikes, you're talking a 12 brake horsepower motorbike. And actually, to buy, say, something with 3 more brake horsepower, 4 more brake horsepower, you're talking 100,000 more. So, for 4 brake horsepower, I'm going to pay 100,000 more. I don't think so. Crazy. But that's what I would actually like. I would actually like 250, 300 for the road. I'd be satisfied with a KLX. KLX would be absolutely beautiful. 300. Supermoto, but I can't supermoto. And the reason I can't supermoto is because I live in the province. So it's just not going to be any good. Because, you know, I've got this lot to come down. So I've got this lot to come down. All these pebbles. So that's my pebble collection. I will actually show you my pebble collection. So I can hear some music now. It's famous for music in the province. Starts about 6 in the morning, while about 12 at night, 10, 9 at night, all night, till morning, till 2 days later. So that's what I've been doing. I've been collecting some of these off the fields. Some of these were already on the property, but I've been collecting these off the fields. So I've got myself a nice little rockery. So that's what I've been doing. No, that's not ours. That's not ours, it's the neighbours. But she always comes for food. So that's what I've been doing, look. So, that's it. So, question, yeah. And I actually do think, guys, you know. And I actually do think, guys. That's what I do, I sit on my bike. So I actually do think, guys, yeah. Some of them spiders can kill. You know, a lot of people say, oh, they give a nasty bite, but they can kill. And I'll tell you something, you know, these big red ants and these big black ants, I've been bit more times. And my legs have been blistered up. So I even think ants can kill you as well. And I'll tell you, if you're allergic and you have an allergic reaction, I think probably ants will kill you. Now snakes, here on Negros Island, I'm not sure if we've got poisonous snakes. I know there is some poisonous snakes here, but they're mostly up in the mountains, Don Salvador. And I think they're an adder, forgot name on them. And they're a green, you know, leave them alone. So snakes, I don't think there's any poisonous snakes here in Negros. I actually thought there might have been cobras here, but I was told there's no cobras here. But I actually know the snakes here in MURCIA, because I've actually found 3, and everyone's being killed and dead. And the head of the snake, it's been flattened, smashed. But I don't think they're poisonous. But snakes are actually very, very good for the environment. So, you know, they eat rats. So, if you're in a town, I mean, it's okay. I mean, in that house where we lived in MURCIA, you'd be asleep and there'd be a cockroach fall on your face or a spider. You'd think, God. And then you'd be asleep and there'd be something running across you and you think, what the hell's that? So, that was quite an experience, actually. So, there's always something to you. Oh, there's another one, actually. I was doing garden and I got no gloves on. And I'm pulling away, and I'm pulling some stones away. And there's a big millipede, like a big millipede, and it's got some big jaws like that. And as I've been pulling the stones away, it's bit me, wow, boof, like an electric shock. And then I got till that can kill as well. So that got me, and it got me. He was like both. So I've been till that can kill. So yeah, I would say they can kill. They can kill you if you're allergic to them. But so far so good. So that's it. So that's it. I'm sweating like a pig, so to speak, because I've got a flu, so I'm just sweating. Plus we've had no rain for a long time. So I'm hoping we're going to get some rain. So no rain for a long time. So right, I'm not eating, so I'm just going to sit around till I feel better. So thumbs up, take care, God bless. This is where we are, look. This is where we are, Cansilyan, and that's the mountain. Oh yeah, I'm hoping to get to Lecarletta. I'm hoping to get there. There's a festival on, I think it's a festival. So I'm hoping to get there next month. It should be fun. So yeah, a fiesta, not a festival, a fiesta. There's a fiesta on, so I'm hoping to get there. So take care, God bless, guys. Leveling the roads. There he goes. How to wash your carabao. So it's a carabao morning, and it looks like they're getting a nice oozing down. Absolutely splendid.